to Nukkle Hedd Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. Not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall
Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit, and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
That is gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night. You know what that means? Yeah, Cap, we having a difficulty with your camera.
What's wrong with the camera?
It's still showing the bubbles.
That better?
Nope.
Yo, on my end, everything's fine on this end. All right. I'm gonna reset this shit real quick and I'll jump right back.
All right. Well, what's going on? What's going on, normal guy? Appreciate you leaving the like. Appreciate you coming by. Shit, we got some fucking things to do today. We gonna talk about Mr. Wonder Man, Wonder Thunder Man, like no Underman. Why is my shit? Why I got great bars all of a sudden next to me? What kind of shit is this? There you go. Shit. Got great bars like I'm some kind of fucking homeless person or something. But yeah, what's going on, normal guy? So, in light of the trailer releasing on Comic-Con, that's why I want to talk about Wonder Man. But you know how we do. We always talk about more shit than just one topic on this. So we out here. There's got to be a problem. There's got to be something. Something's got to be. Movie program. So I'm trying to figure out where the fuck my. There you go.
Better?
Yeah, now we can see you.
All right.
Now we can see that face.
All the good that's gonna do.
Word.
All right. So what were we talking about?
We're gonna be talking about Wonder Man today, but you know how we always do with some more shit. With the news and all other shit. You know, you gotta keep the same energy up. All right, let's see what we got here. Punisher, no, just a bunch of stupid shit. I guess there's no news anymore. Oh,
Well,
apparently Jim
but
Carrey is in talks to lead the live action Jetson movie.
really,
Yeah, Colin Trevorrow
Colin
is
Trevorrow?
yeah, he's supposed to direct it.
Okay. So Colin Trevorrow, he's the guy who was supposed to do episode 9 of Star Wars. Then he had one of his movies come out and bomb, and they got cold feet, and they took it away from him and gave it back to J.J. Abrams. The last Colin Trevorrow movie I know he directed was the not this Jurassic Park, but the one before it.
Okay, the one where they were selling the animals on the black market.
No, the one after that, the one where the animals were actually out in the world.
The one with Black Widow.
No, no, that's the last one. That's Rebirth. Domination, I think, is the one before that. Is the last one Chris Pratt was in?
Yeah, the last one I saw was the one where they had the dinosaurs on the black market and then
Uh,
driving with the fucking shit.
yeah, so that was the one before that. So Dominion, Jurassic Park Dominion was the one he did.
Okay, Jurassic Park Dominion.
Oh, yeah, that's the one where they brought back all the originals from the first one.
Oh
Then
yeah. They because that wasn't in this new one. I remember. All right, now I remember that one. Yeah, but shit, I didn't even see that one. I don't think anybody saw that one.
no, the Jurassic Park movies make billions of dollars. A lot of
Do
people
they?
fucking saw it. Yeah,
Shit, I thought those shits was horrible. I
they
feel
are,
like
but
show for a second.
that doesn't keep them from making money.
I felt like show for a second. I thought them shits was bad.
Yo, you above all, with the Fast and Furious, you know that it doesn't matter the quality of the fucking film.
That's true. That is true. I don't.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't let the quality of the film get in the way for the Fast and the Furious.
yeah, you and Dad have that same demeanor. The film does not have to be good. There just has to be one element that you enjoy.
I don't know about one element. It's got. I like to believe there's something.
That's the one element.
It's something else. You know, it's a fascinating. You know, there's nostalgia. There's nostalgia in that. You
Uh,
know.
that, nothing says nothing says me and you grew up in the same household but different eras than you being nostalgic for Fast and the Furious and me going, if I wanted to watch that, I'd just go watch Point Break.
Why would you want to go watch Point Break?
It's a better movie. Oh,
Is it?
yeah, by far. But here's news in the horror world. Crystal Lake, the Friday the 13th prequel series starring Linda Cardellini, has officially wrapped. So I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know how many episodes they're in, but or they're gonna be doing, but it's officially wrapped. So they're gonna be doing post production, editing, and all that shit now. And for those who don't know, Linda Cardellini is the actress who played Velma in the live action Scooby Doo movies with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar. She was also Hawkeye's wife in the MCU.
Oh, okay. Shit. Now we're talking. Now we know what you mean by that.
So you got anything else on your end?
Let's see, the Batman Part Two will be a scary thriller. I told you that shit last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, there's nothing new on the chat here. I guess once they gave up on Blade, that was it. Nothing else to do.
Yo, I mean we're post Comic Con, so like all the news has come out, died down.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember we briefly spoke last week that Jessica Jones is possibly getting her own Disney Plus show.
Which do you think that they'll do the same thing with Jessica Jones as they did Daredevil?
If they're fucking smart.
Um. So no. So the answer to that question is no.
She's they're just gonna remake Kristen Ritter's show Be in Apartment 23 and just slap Jessica Jones' name on it.
Shit. Is but the Batman is it Batman and Deadpool crossover?
Yes. That was one of the I forgot what else was happening, but that was the start of some weird Marvel and DC crossover that they're doing for a little bit.
That's gotta be funny as shit. Because if Wolverine beats the shit out of Deadpool every chance he gets, I only see how Batman wouldn't Batman wouldn't be able to take his fucking constant talking.
Oh, picture this for Batman. He's walking around with a Joker that is actually on his side.
Shit,
And that's essentially what Deadpool is, or what he would be in the DCU.
a good Joker.
Yeah. He's got no problem killing. He breaks the fourth wall. He jokes around a lot.
Shit, you're right.
I guarantee you, Batman still is in love with the actual Joker more than Deadpool.
Yeah, I think he respects the real Joker more than Deadpool.
Which only goes to show you how much of a hypocrite this motherfucker is.
Why?
Because what if we're going on if we're going with the assumption that he respects the actual Joker more than he would Deadpool, what the fuck is the difference? Except that Deadpool's on your side. Like, why would you not respect Deadpool? Unless you're gonna tell me now that Deadpool is worse than the Joker, then we don't have to have that argument anymore of who is Marvel's Joker because it's Deadpool, and Batman just said it. If that's the case.
Shit. You think he'll actually kill Deadpool, like, or at least try to kill Deadpool?
No. Who? Wait, Batman or Joker?
Batman.
No.
I mean,
Once he
he
finds
can't
out that,
die
yeah, once he finds out he can't die, what's the point?
just to get his shit off his chest. He was like, you know what? Fuck it. I can't kill you anyway, so I might as well kill you.
Nah, he ain't like that. Jason Todd, maybe. Damien, definitely. I bet you. If we read that book, I bet you his favorite Robin's gonna be Tim Drake.
Who, Deadpool?
Yeah, that's probably the closest he'll find to Peter Parker in the Bat family.
Really?
I mean, if you're going off the Bat family, yeah, because Deadpool, he's infatuated with Spider Man.
No, I'm saying like really, like he's the closest to Spider Man.
If you were gonna compare everybody, he would be because he was the team that took the job seriously the most. Because remember, Drake Grayson had to deal with the death of his family and was almost Bruce again.
Yeah.
Then when Tim came along, he was the one who was like, I get it from the start. So he has that he almost has that feeling of with great power must also come great responsibility. Where Grayson is more he'd be more he'd be more Cap if we have to compare anybody.
I get it. I get it.
I and because of that, I honestly think he'd get along least effectively with Nightwing,
Who
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Shit. How do you how do you see that going? Batman and Deadpool. Do you think that they're gonna be Deadpool's just gonna be following Batman around, or is Batman gonna be stalking Deadpool?
I don't know, man. From the covers that I've seen, it looks like that he's just gonna show up and stick around, and Batman's gonna just. It's gonna be one of those funny situations where like Batman is fighting somebody and Deadpool's there. I'm again. I haven't read the book, but if I was writing it, Batman would be fighting somebody. Deadpool would be there. Deadpool would throw one punch from his panel into the next panel to help Batman. And then in that third panel, he's just like, and I helped.
You think Batman will be able to deduce that Deadpool knows he's in the comic book, or anybody in the DC universe, because they're so fucking smart?
Well, somebody might be, but not not too many people reference the fact that Deadpool is breaking the fourth wall when he's, to my knowledge, not too many people look at him and go, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, so he does it in a way that nobody, because they reference it in the movie. I think part one or some shit.
Well, I mean, the movie's different because the movie it's actual people. Like in a comic, again, animation and comics, you can get away with the suspension of disbelief so much easier because you know it's not real.
Yeah.
When you're watching live action, your mind is trying to put everything in the order it knows it's supposed to be in. So it's a lot harder to suspend that disbelief. Hence why, and not to keep harping on the Fast and Furious, when they do little weird shit, like all of a sudden they become super spies, you're like, wait a minute, they were street racers. This motherfucker's not jujitsu master. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And the best part is like it would have made more sense because all right, let's break it down. Let's break down Fast and the Furious since normal guy wants us to do it. Part one, it's a group of people are hijacking trucks, stealing VCRs and home appliances and all this other stuff. And O'Connor goes undercover to try to infiltrate the drivers doing the drag race scene. So it's basically car racing where these people take their talents of driving and hijack trucks. Part two, it goes to O'Connor. O'Connor's no longer a cop. They need him to go back into the world of driving because somebody wants a driver to go drive his shit from point A to point B, and he goes gets Tyrese because he needs a partner to watch his back. Cool. Tyrese, there's no proof that this man can drive other than he's in a demolition derby, which, believe it or not, you don't need to know how to drive to be in a place where you hit people with a car. So that's point A. It's exhibit A. It doesn't take talent to run your fucking car into someone. Exhibit A. Then part three, they go, we're gonna take another route of the world of automobiles and going to drifting. Now we're in Tokyo. It's drifting. That's your favorite Fast and the Furious, and it's the on point with this is actually we're just drifting. We're racing drifting, and then it was just Yakuza girl beat Yakuza, get the girl, whatever. Normal story. In part four, we're bringing it all back. Dominic has to come. Everybody's on the run. No, they gotta do some shit and be super spies, right?
Isn't that
Which
where Levy dies? No, the super spy shit happens when Letty comes back.
yeah, because wait,
Letty dies in the fourth one because they're now running for Braga,
Braga.
the dude from the second film.
Yeah. Okay. No, Braga is the fourth.
That's what
Braga's
we're on. We're on the fourth film.
yeah. But the guy from the second film is not Braga. He worked for Braga.
Oh yeah, but Braga was
Yeah.
mentioned in that second film.
Yeah. So now they had to go infiltrate because Letty died. The fifth one,
That's when the savior showed up.
yeah,
The Rock.
these guys are fucking. The world is against them now. But it never was. We need your driving ability because okay, you need to get from one end of the mountain to the other end of the mountain in 30 seconds, or else the cameras are gonna see you. The mountain has no traffic, and it's a clear path. Anyone with a fast car could probably do that shit. So you don't really need the world's greatest.
Not to mention
The Joker robbed the bank with people that were killing each other.
Not to mention, they're not even the world's greatest drivers. Because the world's greatest drivers are Formula One.
Yeah. Yeah. Which this is where I'm getting at. Right? So part four, they needed to find out who killed Letty. They knew who killed Letty. But now Vin Diesel, only pussies run nitrous or whatever the fuck that other shit is. Carbon dioxide or whatever. Nitro. Yeah, only pussies run nitro. And I knew you killed Letty because you run nitro, you pussy. Cool. Number 5, The Rock comes back. And they're stealing a car, which again, How do you keep putting yourself in a situation where you're gonna die? You're telling me you just can't steal a fucking car and give it to somebody and make money? Why does every job with you end with I gotta steal a car, give it to him, and save my life?
Yeah.
There's only one scenario where you're like, yo, I need good drivers, and that was I think 5, where um where they had the guy with that car that fucking it was like a Formula F1 car that was flipping other cars and all that because he was just getting away from the scene too good.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I need good drivers to catch this. Cool.
If
But
I'm not
after that, you don't need the good drivers to be spies.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, 5 is also the one where they steal the whole vault out of the building in Brazil.
All right, so 5 is the one they steal the vote. 6 is the one I was talking about. Yeah, but 5, yeah, they take 2 chargers and they rip a vote out of a wall, and then they drive it down the street. No one dies. A 40-ton vote rolling down the street, hitting corners,
Smoking
ripping down
indoor,
telephone poles.
sipping
No
on
one gets
Jenna
hit.
juice.
No one gets hit.
Yo.
But a fucking car in Atlanta with an inch of snow slides down a fucking hill, runs over 4 people.
Yo, picture this, man. We had a movie called Armageddon in which they surmised that it was easier to teach oil drillers to be astronauts than it was for smart ass motherfucking astronauts to learn how to drill a hole. So then we went to the Fast and the Furious, where it is essentially easier to turn street racers into super spies than to teach super spies how to drive a fucking car.
Which, if you think about it, in the police academy, they have a fucking course to teach you how to drive and pit maneuvers and all that other shit.
But they ain't police.
Yeah, they
They
spy.
super secret agent spies.
Super
or
agent
whatever.
spy. And then here's the funny thing: the cop that hired him, The Rock, knew how to drive. The people that they were going up against knew how to drive. The people that were chasing them down the fucking highway knew how to drive. So what was so special?
Oh, you know what it is. None of them
Family.
had family.
Yeah, that's what it is. We need family and 2 precision drivers. Then 7, after one point, it just stopped. It just I don't know. I think 7, 8, 9, and 10 were the same movie. They just added Jason Momoa. But it's one of those like I kind of have to do it. I have to watch the series. This is not my entourage, but I've watched this from part 1, and I'm gonna keep going.
Yo, right now, bonus points for you. You are like Eric Cartman. Why?
Because I respect my authority.
No. So you have to finish the Fast and Furious because you started it.
Yeah.
Eric Cartman, if you start the song "Come Sail Away," he has to fucking finish it.
Oh yeah. Come sail away with me, you guys.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I got to do it. But I don't even know when the second half of the first movie's coming out.
Nobody does. It got, as far as I remember, there was a date, but then it got pushed back and delayed. And now Tyrese is in trouble because his dog. So who knows what the fuck that's happening?
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of Fast and Furious alum and shit, The Rock's movie, The Smash Machine.
Yeah.
Outside of the top 10 after only 2 weeks, and it lost so many theaters. It is now no longer in wide release. It is only in limited release.
Shit.
At 800 and something theaters.
That's why I chose to watch it when I did, because I was feeling like, because there was a movie I wanted to see, and it was like after 2 weeks it was gone.
Which one?
I think it was Civil War or one of them movies.
Yeah, Alex Garland Civil War. I think that might be on HBO Max.
I try to watch it. It is fucking slow as shit.
Because it's not about the war.
No, but yeah, you're right. It's not about the war because I saw the thing. I was like, oh, they divided the North and South, and it's nope. It's about this bitch trying to get a story, and another guy trying to get a story before her, and I'm like, I think the story broke. The country is divided. Like I don't think we need an exclusive on
Yeah, shit. There's another movie. It's another war
that.
movie.
Yeah, real quick before you go on. James Gunn says Darkseid won't be the big bad of the DCU. And he goes, Zack did it so cool in his way, and because of Thanos and Marvel. And one of the comments is, and because Thanos and Marvel what?
Because Thanos and Marvel did it better.
Well, to be honest with you, if you're gonna do a big bad, especially the first big bad, you can't really do Darkseid. I think Darkseid should be one of those like established when they go fight Doomsday. No, well, we can't do Doomsday. Zack Snyder fucked up the Ninja Turtle. Brainiac. Brainiac could be the big bad. Everybody teams up to fight Brainiac. They get another thing out there, and when it's like right before Crisis on Infinite Earth or some shit, you fight Doomsday, and they need to have that whole let it go or I'll blow your shit up. You ain't got the balls. Test me. Hey,
What?
you got more balls than a god and an alien. I like you. I'll release her. When Batman was like, "Yo, you ever thought what one of your missiles would do if it was targeted to your planet? I'll blow your bitch ass up. You wouldn't kill yourself. Yeah, I'll kill everybody in this motherfucker. Let it go." And he's like, "Oh shit, you mean it?" He goes, "Yeah, I ain't fucking around, motherfucker."
Yeah, that's what threw me. Is I was like, I've never heard any character speak like that.
Yeah, Batman was black in this moment. He was like, "Go ahead, push the button. Push the button, motherfucker. Go ahead, watch what happens. Watch what happens. I dare you. I'll blow us all up. Smithereens, bitch."
Uh, Warframe was the other movie I was talking about.
Warframe.
That might actually be the one that you want to watch. The one that you're thinking, the one that it's the movie you thought you were going to see the first time.
Yeah, that's a video game.
No, so it's a movie written written by an actual Navy SEAL. I think directed by him too, but Alex Garland helped out.
Oh wait, I'm looking at a cartoon movie. Hold up. It's a video game, 2013. You sure it's Warframe or is it two words?
It's fucking said Warframe.
Because this is Warframe Mission Critical.
Bring up the
Warfare.
That's what I said.
The frame.
I don't know what I heard you. I don't know where you heard frame.
I heard you said frame.
I said fair.
Shit. Oh, it's on HBO Max. I can either sign up for it, sign it.
Yeah, that's one I was thinking about checking out. But then it's October, so it's Halloween season. So I was gonna watch Bring Her Back.
Bring it back. Oh, is that one of them scary movies?
Yeah.
You know what movie I heard about, but didn't don't think I remember seeing the movie where John Cena was a soldier and
The Wall.
The Wall.
Yeah, we
I
saw
think I
that.
see. We saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing the whole thing.
Maybe you fell asleep through it, but I saw the whole thing.
Shit. Speaking of the whole thing, I started watching the MCU timeline again, and yo, this is the third time I'm trying to watch Captain Marvel or Marvel. It's two words. I can't. I just and you know it's the movie because Iron Man came on and I'm up watching it. So I don't know what the fuck is up with that movie. It just you
You
know
ju-
what also
you're just a feminist woman hater.
yeah also they made a mistake. They made a huge mistake
In which movie?
in Captain Marvel.
What'd they do?
Yeah, wear this shield hat. I'm an agent of Shield. Iron Man 1. I'm in the Strategic Homeland and Security and Defense. Yeah, you need to do something with the name. We're working on it. How did you have Shield, the name of your company in the 90s, and then the 2000 something, you're working on the name of your company? They fucked up. Continuity.
You know what? I saw Captain Marvel twice in the theater. I was one of its hardened defenders.
Because of
You
that.
have just convinced me that the entire MCU is trash. Don't watch any more MCU movies. They can't get their shit together.
That's right. Shit. Now, three
Yo,
hours ago,
hold on. Before you say that, what do you think is gonna? What do you think would happen first? Then, do you think the MCU would get back on track, or do you think Hollywood, not specifically the MCU, Hollywood, will figure out how to do a vampire movie with African American lead characters? Because we all
them
know it's impossible to do and can't be done.
the MCU get back on track. I don't think Hollywood wants to touch the topic of a black vampire right now. I don't think it's the right time. We're not ready for a black vampire.
No,
We're not ready for a vampire in Brooklyn. We're
we're
not ready
not
for a
ready for
vamp.
it. We're not ready for like something like a sinner or something like that.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah. We're not ready for a half vampire, a daywalker, none of them.
no,
Uh, mm.
and you guys must be tired of us talking about that. But hey,
Well, shit, we're tired of saying this shit too, but something got to be said.
until they make it, I'm just gonna point out that it must be impossible.
Yeah, it got to be impossible. Shit, they don't even have an actor to play a black vampire. I don't think there
It's
are black actors that want to be vampires.
it's statistically an impossibility.
That's right. Shit. Even when they try to draw a black vampire, he needs to be an Egyptian god deity.
Yeah,
Ain't that some shit?
yeah.
Don't need vampires using EBT. That's got to be the Quan. Shit, I hear you. But they can't get no hot sandwiches. So you know what that means. The blood ain't there. They can't spend the EBT on blood.
Who the fuck has hot blood?
Shit, you ever heard somebody say my blood is boiling right now?
That's an expression, not an actual temperature.
Shit. You
Unless,
tell that shit.
unless you in the bed sweat, you lost 15 pounds.
I, shit. This happened before. As of 3 hours ago, possibly 4. We don't know when they posted this shit up. It just has a 3 hour mark on it. These motherfuckers could be lying. It could be any second this shit turns 4 hours. But that's not the news. The news is Netflix and Comcast both have interest in acquiring Warner Brothers films and TV assets. And one of the comments is Mickey Mouse, his head on Thanos' body, putting the final Infinity Stone, which says DC in his gauntlet, and snapping his finger. And the other stones are Marvel, Hulu,
Star
Pixar,
Wars.
Star Wars, all that. World domination. What's going on, Leon? See, they heard a black vampire and they said, "Wait a minute." They're coming
Yo,
out the woodworks.
DC just fucking teamed up with Discovery, then unfucking coupled, and DC Warner Brothers teamed
Yeah.
up with Discovery. What the fuck is happening?
Yo, you're right. They have a new fucking owner every year.
Yo, that, and then everybody's like, "Oh, capitalism is great." Like, is it?
Yo,
Is it
listen.
great? Yo, picture this: is capitalism great? Disney bought up Marvel and Star Wars, two things that everybody loves. And what happened? They ran both of them into the fucking ground and they won't let them recover.
But they didn't mean to do it. That's what you're not understanding. They didn't mean to run it into the ground. It just so
No.
happened that they ran it into the
Yeah, no, what happened
after
was,
repeatedly doing the same stupid shit
no,
over and over again.
you're right. They didn't mean to run it into the ground. They meant to run it into the street so I can get hit by a bus, but the fucking shit tripped and fell and skinned its knee.
See? It's irresponsible. The problem
Yo,
is,
you know what I feel like now hearing this with Warner Brothers and all the shit going on with Star Wars and Marvel and all the shit happening with Wizards of the Coast and ruining my fucking D&D and fucking Magic the Gathering. I feel like Samuel L. Jackson standing in front of the window going, "You want my blood? Take my blood. Go ahead. Pull the trigger." Like,
shit. The problem is, these motherfuckers thought that they could do shit by themselves. They thought, oh, we could write Disney and Marvel movies by shit. We already got the blueprint. We could change, add our little spice to it. We won't lose. And then they said, oh, not everyone likes dog shit.
show me the people who do.
There's some people that defend it. It's kind of like right now, the WWE is under the guise of Triple H because he's the head. He's the HNIC when it comes to storytelling. They're using AI now. You heard that?
No,
To write
yo,
the story.
Hasbro's killing fucking Power Rangers too. Hasbro is killing Power Rangers, fucking Magic the Gathering, fucking
Did you
the GI Joes, fucking Transformers, D&D.
did you
Hasbro fucking
did you
sucks. Like,
did you see the trailer for the Ninja Kids?
for
The,
the
the
what?
the Power Ranger Ninja Kids.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently it's an AI show that the AI put it together, and it looks like if they remade the original with shit nowadays, but Lord Zed can turn into a human.
is this a real thing or did
Yeah,
somebody
there's a
just
trailer.
no? Just because it's a trailer doesn't mean it's an actual fucking thing
Listen,
being made.
this is what I heard. This is what I heard.
You heard that Tatanka was out there scalping
Yeah.
tickets.
Oh, and also they asked the guy who played the Red Ranger, the original Red Ranger, Jason. They said, "Who's the most powerful Ranger out of all of them?"
Oh,
And
I
he,
know what his answer was.
what was it?
Sure enough.
Yeah. Well, no, they didn't say who the Master Ranger was. No, but he was saying that Jason is the most powerful Ranger because if you think about it, he's the only one to fight Goldar without transforming into the suit, the Rangers. He was able to withstand mind control from one of the bots. I think he took an attack from Lord Zed without the suit, and like he was able to do a lot of shit without that suit and with the suit. Like he was able to hold the armor and control the Dragon Zord. I think they said that he was one of the few people that actually beat the Green Ranger or some shit like that. Yeah, and I'm watching. I'm like, you know something, not for nothing. This motherfucker did a lot of shit and nobody's giving him credit. Everybody, just because I was gonna say James L. Franco died, now all of a sudden people forget about these other colors. But was it Jason Statham? No, Jason Early Franco.
Jason David Franks.
That's what I said. That's what I said the first time. But I mean, in the real fight, it looks like Jason David Frank will fuck him up because he actually did the MMA. But but yeah, I'm happy you brought up the Power Rangers because now we get to fucking vent on that bullshit. Why couldn't we get what we got in that 5-minute movie that the guy made where the Power Rangers got older? Remember when it was more mature?
Yeah, because Power Rangers are for kids, just like Tricks.
The Transformers comics by Skybound. I recommend to read if you're interested. Shit, I didn't even know they had a comic.
Yo, so all right, so Skybound is doing them because they for at one point they were with Marvel, and then they just disappeared.
What's up with the Transformers and GI Joe crossover?
Well, considering the fact that Transformers One bombed and Rise of the Planet of the Apes, whatever the fuck that shit was, Beast Wars didn't do that well. Who knows? Hasbro is making dumb fucking decisions.
I like that last one.
No, I'm not saying that movie was bad. I'm just saying that they're making dumb decisions. So even
Yeah.
if that movie was good, it didn't quite hit the numbers they want. So now we don't make the movie we teased. Yo, picture this. Hasbro made Wizards of the Coast turn into this. They implemented these new people who have no idea what these fucking games are. And they're trying to just compete with they're not even trying to compete with other RPG tabletop games or card games. They're trying to compete with like Roblox and Fortnite and shit. So that's where you get the secret lair drops where we had the cards we showed you. Marvel is now in Magic the Gathering. We got, Doctor Strange counter cards, Wolverine, Storm, Cap, all that shit. They rolled out Spider-Man, which initially was just supposed to be a few cards. Then these motherfuckers decided, oh, we can make more money if we make it a set. But what they did was they rushed it into production, and instead of getting like really cool, unique cards, you got just 15 million variants of Spider-Man. You got a couple of Miles in there. You got Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Awesome Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, and they all do the same shit.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Because they didn't know how to build these cards out.
To be honest
Lord
with
forbid you stick with what made your fucking game great and what keeps people fucking coming back.
you, that's what Quan was saying. The problem with Wizard of the Coast is that they're so focused on mass appeal, but in the process they're alienating their main fan base.
Yo, you know how you build mass appeal? The D&D movie came out. That movie was so fucking awesome. Guess what people are gonna want to do? Oh, that's a game? And you can do shit like that? How do you play? You go to Stranger Things. They have their whole fucking thing. They fight Vecna. What does that do? Oh shit. D&D. This shit looks awesome. We can fucking play that. You partner up with Critical Role and they're like, hey, tell people about our fucking game, even though you have your own. And people watching. Dude, like I said last week, I did a charity game for playing D&D at Comic-Con Saturday. I also played a game on Friday. Time in my fucking life sitting down with strangers that I don't know, talking, laughing, having the fucking time of my life, telling stories. That's the power of fucking D&D. That's the shit that Watsy, which is Wizards of the Coast, doesn't fucking understand. That it's not about subscription base. It's not about, oh, the fucking VTC that they gave up on. You know what their big thing was? You can go on Hero Forge right now, design your character, take the digital mini,
Yeah.
import it into whatever VTT you want. Right? Virtual tabletop. So if you did that for D&D with their virtual tabletop, it was supposed to be that you can do that, and then instead of just having the spells and going, I cast fireball and seeing a little fireball jet out, you either buy the subscription or you pay a little fee and you get to use the spell animations. You get the subscription or you pay a little fee, and hey, you want your armor to be blue? Boop. It's blue now. But here's the fucking problem. The game is about storytelling and just having fucking fun. If you say your character's clothes are blue, they're fucking blue. You can use this to represent your fucking guy or girl. And when we say, describe your character, tell me everything that motherfucking character looks like. And this is what you're using. And they don't fucking understand it because, God forbid, $1 billion. They made $1 billion during the fucking pandemic, and the fucking bitch they put in charge, sorry to be harsh, but the bitch they put in charge said that D&D was underfunded. Or not underfunded, undermonetized. Give me $1 billion if you don't think that's enough.
Shit.
Sorry.
So, all right. What would you think of like a D&D movie, kind of like the way that Princess Bride was, where we start off with the kids, whoever is playing the game, they go into the room where the board is and all that, and then we go into this magical world where we start hearing the narrations of my guy looks like he's 6 foot tall, he's wearing a blue shirt, no, a green shirt, and you see the shit changing, and then we go into that world and we just fucking just see them play the game out.
I have news for you. The Princess Bride is a fucking D&D movie. That what you're describing is what the Princess Bride was. It worked then, it'll work now if you just have compelling fucking stories. If you make us care about not only the characters that we're watching, but the kids that made these characters. Dude, campaign 4 for Critical Role just started this month. Right? First episode. One of the players, her character gets introduced. She was jumped. So immediately when we start, when she comes in the frame, she's unconscious in a grate. The fucking one of the other dudes gets her out. She's rolling death saves right off the bat. They get her to live, they give her a little healing. She finds out that her best friend died at the beginning of the fucking episode. Right? And she finds out that she missed it because they were trying to break him out. And the fucking look on her face and the way she emoted, instantly tears. And yes, I know, I know that these are voice actors, so they're better at the role playing. But here's two things. One, we're telling you to write better fucking movies. So
You would
here's
have
an example of good writing of
Yeah.
somebody who just made something off the top of their dome on the fucking spot and got people to cry within 5 minutes of showing up. And two, you don't need to be that good of an actor. I can't wait for this shit to show up on, once they tell me that they've edited it and put it up on stream. I can't wait to tell everybody to go watch our game. Because we had 4 strangers I'm not gonna spoil it, but four strangers who at the end turned around and one of them was like, "Yo, I'm not sacrificing anybody here. I'm tired of losing people." You have myself who was like, "Yo, I'm the fucking paladin. I'm the shield. I'm the one who takes the hit for everybody." Then when we found the answer, we had another one who was like, "Well, you hit the hardest, so I had to go put him down." And I had to be like, "Yo, trust in us. We got you." But like, this four random people who just showed up and told the fucking story. Just write the story good, and it will be a good movie.
Word. That's the problem with movies nowadays. They lack substance. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, if Show comes in right now, he can tell us how movies need to be better. Right, Show? The inside on this man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Driving down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Show enough. We got his hand on his mic, but his mic is muted.
We might be muted. I don't think he can hear us.
He just changed something. No. ¿Qué tú quieres?
What's up, my people? It's my bad.
Shit. Que hace tiempo.
You know what's crazy? So, motherfucker, you didn't tell me you were switching to fucking Riverside.
It's been
hide
Riverside
from
for a
me?
month.
No, yesterday was
Like
Restream.
yesterday.
You know what's funny? I sent you the link over Instagram. I thought you would, see that.
Nah, I was at work. So I just got in the car and tried to get the link, like my old link.
Shit. Nah, I hear you. But yeah, so right now we're talking about writing better shit, with the D&D and all that. But yeah, they're more concerned about the flashy shit. The non-nuance, making shit look good, but there's no character development. I forgot who the fuck it was. Oh, I'm watching. Was it what's that show? I think Cabs watches this reviewer. He's the guy that looks like he's on a Blockbuster store with the dog.
Oh, Screen Crush.
Screen Crush.
No,
He said
Screen Rant.
Screen Rant. He watched Fantastic Four again, and he said the biggest problem with that, there was no character development on screen. It all happened before the movie. Like, we didn't get to see them grow into who they were. They told us it's 4 years. They already made the planet perfect. They already, became who they were. Like, you see Christopher Reeve, Steve, Mr. Fantastic was already fucking past his, his shit. Johnny Stone was past his womanizer, phase. Like, we didn't get to see him be immature and then grow to be mature, or the Thing go from regretting the way he looked to accepting the way he looked. And I'm sitting there going, you're right. That wasn't the movie, though. That wasn't the movie. Because the movie that they made was the Fantastic Four with Reed Richards, with Franklin Richards. They showed instead of for showing us how they became the Fantastic Four, we saw a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they went, you know how you don't like watching the origin of Batman, and there's 70,000 Batman movies out there with the origin? We're kind of just gonna skip over that with this Batman. That's what they did. You know how there's 4 other, Fantastic Four movies that told you the origin of this group? Yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but I think hearing you explain that, it runs into the same problem as Endgame. Where like the story the movie is telling you, everything works perfectly fine. But if you don't have prior knowledge, you don't understand why the movie's telling you this story. And I can see that with him going, well, there's no character development. Because I hear it from the people I work with. They were like, oh, but in the first Fantastic Four, they did this. I was like, but the first Fantastic Four wasn't based on the comics. This is. And they flat out, who cares about what the fuck the comics were talking about? I only saw the movie.
Yeah, but show. What was your biggest problem with the Fantastic Four movie?
I had to put my fucking mute on to talk. Anyways, uh, for me,
Yep,
Yes.
Marvel got him.
See?
Never criticized.
You failed.
Up next story.
Well, anyway, for him, it was the lack of action.
But again, it seems like lack of action because the other movies had action in them. And if you don't have prior knowledge of how the actual book runs, then it doesn't connect to you because you're not expecting that, especially when every other Marvel movie has action in it.
Yeah. So, so here's the thing, though. I get the character development, right? But the problem I think he has with it is he didn't get to see the character development he wanted to see. Because did we not see the development of a good leader to a good diplomat to a mother with Sue Storm? She went from we made the world peaceful to I gotta get you to work with the underground motherfuckers to I'm not giving up my baby. Then we went from someone who regretted going up into space because he got his people hurt to now we have to go after someone who's gonna come get us to I can't solve this problem. You have to tell me the answer. With his son. He's like, I did all the tests, you didn't do nothing. You have to give me the answer. That's character growth. It may not be the growth that you wanted to see. It may not have been the growth that people accept, but it's still growth. Now, I don't care what anybody says. When the thing was watching himself on screen as a normal person, and then it went to his face, that micro reaction shows he is still not over the fact he looks the way he does. He has to accept the fact he looks the way he does because he can't change it. But there's something still down there inside of him that regrets that he has to look like this. But as a man, we can't live with that. Like that can't be our main function in life. He has to move forward. He has to keep going. He has to protect the world. That's still some kind of growth there. It doesn't have to be Johnny Storm is looking to get pussy for 90% of the movie, and then he sacrifices himself for the silver girl so he can get some pussy.
Yeah, I guarantee, I 100% agree with you. But to play devil's advocate, you have you have prior knowledge, so that micro expression, A, not only did you catch it, but B, you understand the meaning. Somebody who doesn't might not have even caught that and might have just thought, oh, that was the transition from what it used to look like till now. And that's it. Because I think that dude is not looking at it as a comic book fan. I think he's just looking at it as I'm a regular moviegoer, and this is what I see.
Yeah. Well, so he goes an example. Captain Marvel, when we first saw it, was dope because it was a lot of nostalgia. There was a lot of old school shit. So we got to see the buildup of Shield. We got to see uh Fury before he was Fury, Coulson back in the movies. It was a lot of stuff they gave us. But then you watch it again, and the problem with that movie is the same problem that everybody has with Captain Marvel's character. It was she didn't have any memory. But apparently that didn't concern her. She kept seeing this one woman. She had no idea who it was. She didn't give a shit. The Skrull's looking through her memory to find the fucking hyperdrive. She sees this woman. She sees a life she never had. She doesn't give a shit. Then she gets powers she never had before. She doesn't give a shit. She sees Fury. Fury is skeptical of what's happening. He's starting to realize what's going on with the Skrull and all that. He doesn't give a shit. There's a lot of, oh, I guess this is it now. There's not a lot of giving a shit in that movie.
Okay. True. Now, to play devil's advocate, from the other side, she was trained by Jan Rog to suppress all the fucking giving a shits. And if you watch her, that little montage where she's a kid growing up, and every time she gets knocked down, she gets back up, and she's a little bit older in the derby and into the military and all that giving a shit was beaten out of her because you have to be. That's why she didn't give a shit. But again, I know that because I had prior knowledge.
No, but the thing is,
No, but what I'm saying is that
yeah.
Fury didn't give a shit because, quite honestly, you already wrote the rest of the shit, so he can't go from 1990 be like, what the fuck is happening? To all of a sudden now in 2012, he's like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
no, yeah, but to play devil's advocate, you have a rich playboy philanthropist billionaire. Say it again for me. Philanthropist. Flamingo. You got a flamingo millionaire sitting there with Tony Stark, where he doesn't give a shit about nothing. And then the minute he's like, he sees why are they carrying my weapons? Now it's what's going on here. I'm shutting down the shit because I seen the other people had it. This wasn't about me making money and selling weapons around the world. This was about me protecting my people the same way my father did it. Like, that was one of the nuances I don't think was caught too much in Iron Man, but it was he harped on, I made these weapons to protect American soldiers, not to make money. And then he goes, I was attacked by my own weapons, and those weapons killed American soldiers. That's why I'm ending this shit. And that's what made him do the Iron Man thing. And you see him still not giving a shit about nothing but that. Now, you cannot give a shit like of the Skrull or whatever, or Fury, but there's got to be something in you going, who the fuck is this woman? And why the fuck do I keep having these things? Am I not supposed to be a Skrull? Or what is with the crew? Free? And at the end of the movie, why wouldn't you be? You fucking lied to me. I'm a human, and you fucking lied, and then shoot fucking this guy in the face.
So here's one thing you're missing between the two characters. Tony is a fucking charismatic gentleman who at the core he really is a hero at the core. Carol Danvers is a hero, but she's a bitch. She's like, if you knew her and if she was real, she would be the person that you see in the office, and she's the only one sitting there, and you go, fuck that. I'll give these packages. I'll either come back after lunch or I'll give these packages to somebody tomorrow. I ain't fucking going in there.
Oh, usually those type of people actually give a shit about something.
Yo,
but yeah, I get it.
It's part two. Look at part two. They went to the planet of the Skrulls, which we're not gonna get into that whole fucking stupidity, but we went there, and instantly she was like, "Well, I can only say 3 of them, so you pick which 3." It's like, what?
Well, you know,
you have cosmic fucking powers, and you instantly were like, "Well, you 3, and everybody else, we can't do nothing about you."
She did seem like she's somebody who need to be knocked down a peg. But it's just it's one of those things. Like I think the Fantastic Four movie, like I said, I gotta watch it again because I only saw it one time to get the full thing. But him saying that is like I get what he's talking about, but it's also, bro, in the movie they did enough. It's
You
not like they turned around in the beginning of the movie and Galactus walked up in there and four people stood in front of him and he goes, "Oh, your baby is cosmic," and stole the baby, and now they gotta go fucking get the baby back. I'm like, wait a minute, who are these people? It's like what the fuck is going on here? They explain something.
so here's what I think he's not. Here's where I think the disconnect is. He's looking at it from a movie perspective where this is the first time we're seeing characters, so they got to go on the hero's journey of starting off nowhere, gaining, losing, and then triumph at the end. Where Marvel didn't write the hero's journey origin, they wrote the for the first time we're going to show you who these characters actually are movie. So we didn't get to see Johnny be a womanizer because Johnny's womanizing is not who he is. It's a part of him, but at the heart of Johnny, that's who you saw in this movie. The Thing, yeah, he does regret looking like that. He wants to go back, but at the heart of him, that's who you fucking saw in this movie. Reed Richards, that's who Reed is. Sue, that's who she is at the fucking heart of it. And Marvel went, you saw 4 movies that didn't depict these characters in the justice they deserve. Here's the correct depiction. That's what he's not. That's what's not being seen. They depicted them correctly. The hero's journey was not. This was year 1. Because what was his summation of the Batman? Because there was no fucking growth in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't
Actually, there
grow
was
in that
regression.
movie.
It looked like there was regression in that movie.
So like that's what you got to understand. But again, the hey, this is who this character actually is doesn't work for somebody who's like, "Oh, but you told me he's like this from the other 2 movies." So now it's a little bit of a fight with the audience who doesn't know because they're like, "No, but you told me this and now you're telling me this." Cuz I'm telling you, that's how it is talking with my coworkers. That's the exact tone they use. And even talking with the boys. I swear to God, I literally said in the comics, Sue can do this, and they both like, who gives a shit about the comics? We're not talking about the comics.
God forbid a woman pushes something. God forbid a woman pushes something. She could push a fucking football out of her vagina, but you push a giant, it's over. I can't believe it. Fuck you. The world, like you besmirched me. Like, wait, what? That that that's some stupid also. But not to get too caught up on the Fantastic Four. Mortal Kombat 2 has been moved up by 1 week to May 8th.
Yo, fuck Mortal Kombat 2. And I'm saying this from the standpoint of 2 things. One, Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. Carl Urban's a great actor. He's probably gonna be the best depiction of Johnny Cage, even from the original ones back in '95, right? But you fucking picked an actor who you need a stunt double to come in and do the fucking fights. For the guy whose whole character is he doesn't need the stunt double, he's the legit fighter. What the fuck? then don't fucking tell me, hey, good news, guys. We moved the fucking movie up a week. You were supposed to come out next week. Or matter of fact, this Friday. You were supposed to come out this fucking Friday. Don't tell me you moved the movie up. You were already supposed to be out. You ran from an October of what? Not a fucking movie has made over $50 million this October. You could have been the fucking $100 million hit that everybody went out to fucking see. But you ran from this date.
Bitch.
Fucking, we moved it up. Fuck out of here.
Apparently, Tron Ares will reportedly make a $132.7 million loss.
That's another one. How the fuck do you... Who taught these people how to make trilogies? Why all of a sudden is it popular now for the third movie in the trilogy to start something new? Finish the fucking story you're telling us, and then start something new. Don't use the third one to be like, you know what? We haven't gone left yet. Let's go left.
It's funny. You remind me of that. Finish the fucking drink before you order another one. Listen, I told everybody. I said this shit in the comments when they announced this and the He-Man Masters of the Universe. Those movies gonna suck. And this dude wanted to argue with me. He wanted to argue with me, and I said Jared Leto kills franchises, especially movies about video games or TV shows or anything that has any kind of historical document or fantasy in it. He kills it. And look what happened.
You want to know what? You brought up He-Man. Now, this is rumors. This is what I heard. I haven't really looked into this. But if these rumors are true, right? In 1986, 1987, they did the original He-Man with Dolph Lundgren, in which everybody hated the fact that they weren't on Eternia, that he came to Earth, and they had to do with everybody here on Earth.
1987.
There you go. So what is the rumor that I hear with this with this He-Man?
They're coming to Earth.
Yeah. The whole fucking purpose is he's gonna show up on Earth for some shit. I'm like, that's just the fucking first movie. You don't need the Gus Van Sant fucking do a shot for shot remake of the first movie. Do something different. Yo, the last few things that we've seen that were completely fucking amazing were written by people who loved the source material and had a fucking story to tell and had a connection to it. All the shit that we've seen that sucks are written by a bunch of dumbasses who have no clue what the fuck they have in front of them. When you tell Henry Cavill to get out because he knows the books of the fucking show you're writing, and you tell him, I don't give a fuck about the books, why are you writing the show? How are you writing a show based on shit you don't fucking like?
Yeah.
And to tell you that, and to show you that this has nothing to do, or this is not only a Hollywood problem. Hey, WWE, how the fuck you hire writers that don't know shit about wrestling?
Yeah.
AI knows a lot about wrestling.
Is different than writing a wrestling promo.
Yeah. Especially sticking to the story. Just like I'm gonna go back to Tron real quick, and we're gonna go into a subject you love. Tron. The minute I saw that they went into the real world, I said, "Oh, this is gonna suck."
But
Because I get it, like you're trying to use AI, but why wouldn't you just say fuck it and draw everybody into the game? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
now to me, there's like this isn't Tron. This isn't Tron. This can't live life. There's no computer software. There's no algorithm. There's no fucking binary code in the sky that's gonna run this shit. Kiss my ass. I don't give a shit. Kiss my ass. So what?
but here's the
Two.
funny thing:
Yeah.
the ending of the second one, they found a way to make Olivia, whatever the fuck her name
Newton
is,
John.
no, the female character.
Yeah.
They found a way to take her to the human world and make her fucking human, make her exist outside of the game.
Well, I didn't know there was two other ones. To be honest with you, I probably saw them, and it was so fucking long ago that I just completely forgot about them.
Well, you've never seen the original Tron. I can guarantee you that.
The one in the '80s,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Where?
Well, Dad used to fucking watch it all the time.
Oh, because I saw it with that. I don't remember you there, but
I saw that they were doing the motorcycle shit, and I was like, all right, I'm good. That and they played the game with the fucking frisbee.
yeah.
But yeah, so now,
But you seen Tron Legacy?
oh, that was part two.
Yeah.
So the way that was part two to part one,
Yes.
because he went in there looking for his father,
Yes.
and then now all of a sudden Jared Leto's out here killing everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, that one I remember. I didn't know. I thought that was the first one. That was like I didn't see the second one after that, and then now was the third one.
No.
So now we go into the subject that you like. Show loves hearing you talk about this subject. Star Wars, the prequel trilogy. They had a good story in the first one, and then they said, "What if we fucked all that up for part two? How big will part three be?"
But you're talking about the sequel trilogy.
That's what I said.
No, because you said prequel.
Yeah, just like you said, Warframe.
I did not say Warframe. I said Warfare.
You said Warframe.
Fair.
But yeah, which you know something, even the fucking prequel trilogies, they fucking left out a lot of shit. It's not for nothing. In the Star Wars Clone Wars show, when Count Dooku was looking at the fucking tree, talking about when he was training Qui-Gon or Obi-Wan, he was like, yo, he loved coming to this tree for some reason and all this other shit. I would have loved to see Count Dooku have that. Because he legitimately wasn't, I am a Sith. No, I just don't agree with the fucking Jedi are doing now. And I'm going to stop them from doing what they're doing. Like, I think that would have been dope. That would have been a story like, wait a minute, hold up, time out. Is that why the Separatist was able to hide so freely? Because Count Dooku wasn't really a Sith? And that would have explained a lot.
Yeah, but here's the issue. George Lucas wrote 3 movies, and then people came afterwards and went, hey, I got a dope idea.
Yeah, but also there's a theory that Obi-Wan, well, first off, that Qui-Gon learned from the dark arts. He was interested in it. He learned how to use it and all that, and he taught Obi-Wan that. And when Obi-Wan fought Anakin, he was using the dark side. That's why he exiled himself after he did what he did to Anakin and to Tatooine, because he was using that to cut Anakin's in half and let him fucking burn. Like he was unremorseful to this nigga after a while. Like there was a lot of shit that it was saying that he learned, like that force push that he did to Dooku was force lightning mask. And shit like that. Like there's a theory out there with this that he knows the dark side, and that's why he's so well versed in fighting, and he's one of the best out there with the forms and shit.
Except if you actually pay attention to the way the forms run out or play out, and you actually examine his fighting style, he's good because he's pure fucking defense. You're gonna like what's Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather's one of the best boxers. Why? You can't fucking hit him. Like I think his form is form 3, if I'm not mistaken. And he became the master of form 3, which is mostly a defensive fucking form. Which makes him a counter fighter.
Okay, so hold up. There's a dark side theory that um primarily suggests that Obi-Wan was dangerously close to falling to the dark side at least twice, even if he ultimately resisted it. One instance was after his final duel with Anakin and Mustafar, where he acknowledged a moment of rage and hatred and realized that killing Anakin would have cemented his own fall. A second, more debated instance is immediately after Qui-Gon Jinn's death, where he initially aggressively attacked Darth Maul, was fueled by anger. Therefore, he calmed himself before defeating the Sith Lord.
Okay. That I can take. I can see valid arguments for that. Because if you, especially the one with when he fought Darth Maul, because when he had the rematch on Tatooine, he did the thing where he did the first pose like he did when he was younger. He did Qui Gon's pose, and then he did something else, and then struck him because in that moment he relived the fight, he relived that feeling, and came to where he is now. So I can foresee that. But here's where that theory falls apart for me. Because Mace Windu can use fucking dark side abilities mixed with him still being light side. So just being angry for that split second does not constitute falling into the dark side. How fucking long was Anakin still a Jedi after he killed the fucking Tusken Raiders who hurt his mom? Because that happened in episode 2. And then they did an entire Clone Wars. And he raised Ahsoka. And he trained Ahsoka. And then by the by the third one, he turned. And you don't think that was fucking close to the dark side? You're telling me Obi-Wan was closer than that? He killed all of them.
Hey, listen, man, I only report the news.
And in regards to the sequel trilogy, that's another fucking story. That's another thing. Where they're like, hey, this is the story we want to tell. And right in the middle, they went, fuck it. Why don't we try something new? Had that had been the first movie, had that had been 7 and we were like, okay, so Star Wars going in a new direction, maybe that would have worked better. But that's like Show wanting to drive home, and halfway through, his GPS is like, fuck it. We're gonna go to Top Golf and take him somewhere else completely.
He likes Top Golf.
Sure, you ever been to Top Golf? I literally can't tell if you shook your head.
He wanted to shake his head, but it wasn't the time.
Right. So that was a no show. That was a no show from Show. Nope, you're breaking up.
Okay, I'm breaking up so you can hear me.
Now I can hear you.
Okay. Nah, I've never played top golf.
You ever played bottom golf?
Nah, I wouldn't show up for that.
So we're gonna get into Wonder Man here.
Yeah.
I got to speak you on fucking Obi-Wan. I'm trying to figure this out.
All right, say that first part again.
He said he's
I
tired
was
of your
trying to
shit.
figure out who took the Sabiki on fucking Obi-Wan. That's what I heard.
I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Who took a what?
Never mind. Y'all can't hear me. I'm gonna mute myself. Oh, never
All I heard
mind.
was who took a shit on Obi-Wan.
That's what I thought. That's what I said.
Yo, every third word is coming out when you speak. It's hilarious. Yo, sure. I don't know why you just don't play the audio through your car and fucking just talk normally. And now he's pantomiming. Ladies and gentlemen, this is riveting content right now. The musings of a mute show as he tries to figure out what's going on with his microphone setup. Yo, dude, concentrate on the road, man. This is not that important. Speaking of which, My Hero Academia. Anybody watching that? It's the final season. I what was it? I think they I think the fans like bullied this man into giving up his show here. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Just give me a second, guys. All right, let's see here. Oh, so damn, this is gonna wrap up the entirety of the manga. So it will conclude the story of the manga, which with characters like Deku and All Might and their final battles. Let's see if they give a reasoning. And it looks like they took out the stories of why this is the final season. Ooh, but it looks like it looks like My Hero Academia the final season is not hitting with the fans. The My Hero Academia final season isn't meeting viewership expectations, so viewership is down. And I mean, we watch My Hero Academia, but right now we're waiting for it to build up so we can watch it in English. Let's see. My Hero Academia suffers from too many characters and subplots. The anime entered its final arc around the same time as the manga. Alright, that's fine. Let's see if we can find out the viewership here. Season 8.
Damn, show, just keep talking. You didn't let Cap do shit.
Yeah, I haven't got a word in edgewise, but I'm
Word.
trying to. I was talking about My Hero Academia, and seemingly fan reactions is not good. Viewership is down. I can't find the actual numbers because viewership numbers for animes are difficult to find.
Yeah. All right. Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
So Wonder Man Wonder Man's powers stem from his body being composed of ionic energy, granting him superhuman strength, durability, speed, and flight. He can
and
also
he also
manipulate
has ionic blast.
He can also manipulate ionic energy, fly, and has regenerative healing factor, though his powers can be disrupted by specific energy-based attacks. Other abilities include shape shifting, teleportation, and size alteration.
Yep. So Simon Wilson was originally the son of a multi-billionaire fucking tech tycoon who was the direct rival of Tony Stark. Tony Stark fucking ruined this dude's company and got him arrested for embezzlement. When he came out of jail, and I'm trying to go off of memory, when he came out of jail, Baron Zemo tricked him by saying he can get back at Tony by doing this experiment, gaining powers, becoming an Avenger, and killing and fucking him up from the inside. So that was his original run. Then when he became good, he actually formed a relationship with Wanda Maximoff. Then when he died the first time, Ultron took the body and used his brainwaves to map out Vision. And that's why Wanda is in love with Vision in the comics. It's because they
he's
used
Wonder
Wonder
Man.
Man to build his brain pattern. So that's why they have a love for each other. And then when Wonder Man came back, that's the whole thing. That's part of the reason that her and Vision split, and Vision went on his own, did his own shit, trying to figure out who the fuck he was, and none of that is going to be in the show, but
I mean,
it will be in the final exam.
that would be kind of dope if they did something like that. But
Yo, hey, we don't know how this TV show is gonna go, right? But
yeah,
just this is the shit that I'm talking about, right? We have a character who already has ties to Tony Stark, who already has ties to Wanda, who already has ties to Vision, who already has ties to Ultron, who already has ties to Baron Zemo, and to the Avengers. And they didn't use them at all when we had Ultron, Vision, Wanda, Cap, Zemo, Iron Man. So let's not use him when he has all these tie-ins. Let's try to use him afterwards. Well, it doesn't make sense afterwards because none of his tie-ins are there. So what do? Let's reinvent the fucking wheel. And now he doesn't feel he does not gonna feel like he does in the comics because he has nothing to do with its comic book version. Because fuck it, we could take a character that nobody gives a shit about and write them however we want. Instead of just writing the fucking characters you have. And even if this is good, what is this gonna do for people who go back and go, that's not fucking Wonder Man?
well, let's see. Yeah, Wonder Man, whose real name is Simon Williams, was originally a supervillain transformed by Baron Zemo using ionic rays. Let me. All right, so hold up.
Can y'all hear me?
Now, all right.
My brother, I've been talking the whole time. Go ahead.
So say what you gonna say then. Now that you got the mic working.
I was asking Cap because he was talking about One Piece or something like that.
My Hero.
My Hero. I was asking if that's better than the Two Piece or whatever it's called.
It's better than one piece in a biscuit, two piece in a muffin, and three piece in a pizza.
All right. So here's the thing. My Hero has in the anime world, My Hero has risen up to be one of the better shonens, which is just a male hero shonen animes. But One Piece, it's considered one of the big three. So One Piece, I think it's One Piece, Bleach, and I always forget what the other fucking one is. And Dragon, I think it's Dragon Ball. I think it's Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Bleach are considered the big three. They're so baseball. They're the Sandy Koufax of anime. Every other anime gets ranked, but those three are on a different level.
One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach.
One Piece, Naruto.
That's what Google said.
Shit.
Is Avatar anime?
The Last Airbender.
Uh, so
Yeah.
Avatar is weird because Avatar is an American animation that might be considered anime, but it is not a full. It's not fully anime. Which is well, I guess Naruto is just an American anime because I think Naruto was started here, if I'm not mistaken.
So you got into any of these? Because I seen you try to get into Dragon Ball Z, but it was about 700 episodes.
I got into Dragon Ball Z.
Yo, hey, you want to talk about episodes? One Piece has over 1,000 something episodes.
Dang.
Yo, bro, I got into Dragon Ball so hard that I watched Dragon Ball Super twice. No, actually three times. And I got a page where they give me a little bit of the magma,
Manga.
the manga, which is the original story that came from the comics in Japan. And there's a lot of shit that's happening now in that story, and I'm like, why the fuck can't we get that in a cartoon? That's so dope.
So you actually were able to get into Dragon Ball Z because I saw you torturing yourself for the first
Oh,
500
no,
episodes.
that was Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball, I started watching that shit and I said, holy shit, I'm on episode 4 and this kid's still in the same fucking desert.
Mhm.
I'm going home. Then I think
I
my bro was like, yo,
remember
just
that.
skip it. Just skip it and watch Dragon Ball Z. I said, all right, I'm gonna skip it and watch Dragon Ball Z. And it's like, all right, Dragon Ball Z got better.
Yo, if you want to get into One Piece, watch the live action show on Netflix.
I
It's a
might have
really good adaptation.
shit. I wanted to see the Dragon Ball GT, but everyone said that shit sucked. But then people are saying that yo, they're actually bringing in Super Saiyan 4 into the actual like lore. Like now, one of the episodes in the Japan show was that they went to this universe that mixed all the universes together, and Goku actually fought Goku in Super Saiyan 4.
Yo, watch GT. I mean, shit, you sat through the original shit.
But then people tell me GT is just a remake of the first one, or Dragon Ball Z.
I think here's the funny thing. I remember distinctly. The people were like, "Yo, Dragon Ball GT sucks," but Dragon Ball Z GT Kai is the better version. Is the better one.
Dragon Ball GT Kai. All right. Crunch Fitness. Let's see what they got for anime.
All right. So
All right.
Wonder Man.
Yeah, this is what the fuck. You think Wonder Man can beat up
Who?
Goku?
No. They only power levels might actually be comparable, but he does not have the fight skills to fuck up Goku. That'd be like asking if I could fuck up Mayweather just because we're both 5'4". Your account was accessed with the new device.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I click that it was not me?
Think this is it? Goku's a kid? He turned into a kid? It's 64 episodes, is what you're saying.
For which one?
Dragon Ball GT. There's no Kai in this one.
Who's your favorite character from Dragon Ball Z?
I always liked Piccolo before I actually started watching it. Because I would see it here and there, and I was like, you know what? Piccolo's misunderstood. But then now, Vegeta.
I thought you was gonna say Kakarot.
For some, I don't. I'm not into Kakarot. Like I like Kakarot, but I don't know. I
Okay. So Dragon Ball Z Kai is a remastered version of Dragon Ball Z that skips the filler.
okay.
Which is hilarious that you gotta skip the filler and a fucking let's remake it, but cut out
Ain't that a good thing,
episodes of shit that we don't need.
bro? When it's 500 episodes, she.
So back to Wonder Man. We
Shit, yo, dude. Season 1 of Dragon Ball
nope.
is 153 episodes. My bad. Season 1 of Dragon Ball Z is 291 episodes. Season 1 of Dragon Ball GT is 64 episodes, and Dragon Ball Super is 131 episodes. So, with that being said, going back to Wonder Man,
Now you know what else they do.
So-
Again, I don't know how they're gonna do this,
but
and if they're gonna do this, but another connection. His brother in the comics is Grim Reaper.
I don't know how they're gonna do that either. But
So,
They
but I'm
said-
just saying that's another. If they don't bring that up, that's another avenue for a character and some dope ass shit that is taken away because they're like, hey, fuck it, let's try something different.
what if he's connected to Mephisto because of that?
I mean, at this point, Mephisto has to be more than just Ironheart.
Yeah. But all right, so he was the superhero Wonder Man, Simon Williams, is an actor in his civilian life, both in the comics and in the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe. The MCU version of the character is a Hollywood actor who becomes a superhero in the comics. Sam Williams was a Hollywood actor before gaining powers and a new identity as the superhero Wonder Man, according to Superhero Wiki.
When was that?
So-
Because he was the son of a tycoon who his brother Grim Reaper got him to embezzle money, and he spent years in prison. And when he came out, Zemo fucking
It says in here, it says the in the comics, the character Sam Williams was already a successful actor before becoming a superhero. Wonder Man later appeared in a Guardians of the Galaxy story where he was known as Hollywood in the 31st century. Maybe that was, I don't know. Hold up. All right, so
okay. So Wonder
One-
Man became a successful actor after joining the West Coast Avengers.
okay,
So this is a period in the comics that came after his debut.
oh, so look, Wonder Man, also known as Simon Williams, first appeared as a villain in the Avengers number 9, 1964, created by Stan Lee, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby. Initially a villain powered by ionic energy who fought the Avengers, He was resurrected years later and became a superhero, fully rejoining the team in 1977. His origin involves his father's company going bankrupt, leading him to accept powers from Baron Zemo and get revenge on Tony Stark. That's exactly what you said.
Yeah, so he became an actor afterwards.
So now, if we get Avengers Doomsday Multiverse of Madness, we could get a version of him that hates Tony Stark. But now the question lies in where does he get his fucking powers from here? Because they said he was a successful actor before he got his powers.
Which is in the description of the show.
So, in that what I just saw in the
Oh, because as we just read, he became an actor after he was on the West Coast Avengers, which means he would have already had his powers. So I have two theories.
oh, he was a successful actor before becoming the superhero Wonder Man, not before he got his powers, but before he became Wonder Man.
So
Go ahead.
here's my two theories. Theory number one: Occam's razor. There's an on-set accident with something that's supposed to be a prop that turned out not to be a prop, and he gets zapped and gets his powers. Right? That's Occam's razor. That's the most likely answer.
Okay.
Theory number two: the director is not actually trying to make a movie, but is somehow involved with the plans to change someone in, like, to see what happens if someone gets hit with ionic rays. And it
That's
just
what
so
your
happens
theory
to
is.
be that this guy positions himself to take the role, and he does the experiment on him.
That's why you think this guy wants to make a movie that no one will have the balls to try to do again.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Those are my two theories. But
What?
let's see what actually happens.
What was you gonna say, Show?
I didn't want to change the subject. I didn't want to forget the question, but I do have a question for later.
Just say
What's
it
your
now.
question? Is say it now.
What's
I have
your
one.
What's your most valuable comic item? Could be a comic book. I've never seen y'all show anything. Like, yo, I got the number one Spider Man.
Oh,
Oh, my my valuable items are in a box over there that I haven't opened since I was 7 years old, and it's a deck of cards that have comic book characters in it.
Nice.
and I don't get things to collect, so I don't consider any of my stuff valuable to to the extent of what your question is asking.
Mhm.
We do have a box of comics somewhere that has some shit in it that may or may not be worth any money, but we'd have to look through it. We'd have to get them appraised. We'd have to see if they're still in good shape. And it's all shit that my dad like just took and fucking put away.
And you would have saw that. That's valuable beyond belief.
Yeah, but I tend to, again, I don't collect. If I buy a comic, I buy it to read it. I'm not holding I'm not holding on to it in the sleeve and blah blah blah, because I'm of the opinion shit's only worth something if somebody's willing to pay it. Like the Superman number one that, or the Jordan card that just sold for a ridiculous amount of money. That card inherently in and of itself was not worth that amount of money. It's just some idiot was willing to pay that amount of money for that card.
It's like
That
art.
card don't mean shit.
Yeah.
Not at all. I've always noticed that about you guys. If we're gonna get toys, we're not gonna keep them in the box. We're gonna play. We're gonna use all our figures. These ain't collectibles.
But what the fuck?
I'm surprised the Hulk Hogan is still in the box.
Well, the only reason why that one is still in the box is because that was a gift from Kenny, and I have 7 other Hogans.
Don't you have one on your desk right now?
Yes, I do.
That's a nice one.
Yeah,
I like
this is
him.
this is the last one I bought. And
That's awesome.
there's 2 reasons why I bought it. One, I didn't have this version of Hogan, and two, this is the only Universal Championship, undisputed championship I could find that's not huge and made for the big toys. Because the one that comes with Brock Lesnar is like double the size of.
I was gonna tell you. I remember you say you was gonna steal one from one of your other toys. You was looking for the right size belt size.
Yeah. Because I think the only other person that came with that belt was Eddie Guerrero.
That's what you said. Say I'm gonna have to buy Eddie Guerrero to get the belt. Like really? You really wanted that belt? Fuck it.
It's one of my favorite belts. You got those 2 right there. Those 2 belts that I got made that belt. So and I got the miniature belt, but if I were to buy another belt, it'd probably be that one or the wingtip.
I don't have the picture saved on my phone. I got it saved somewhere, but I in what a few years back when I went to Comic Con, I got a picture of JBL, me and JBL with that title.
Nice.
Word. All
Comic Con?
Yep.
right. So real quick, who can one man fuck up? Honestly, like before we go, I gotta ask this question: Who in the comics has he fucked up or can he fuck up?
So in the comics, he doesn't have any standout fight that's like, oh shit, this man is fucking beating up whoever. His standout thing is the fact that he tried to take down the Avengers. He was in love with Wanda, and they used him to make Vision. Like those are his big standouts. In terms of just pure power, he can go toe to toe with Iron Man. He can go toe to toe with probably not Captain Marvel, but he's
Mm-mm.
probably power wise just underneath what she is. So if her
So
cosmic
he could fuck
power
up
takes
everybody.
her up here, his ionic shit is probably around here.
Mm.
Okay. What
A
about Blue
lot of
Beetle?
people could get fucked up. Dang.
Yeah. Like theoretically, if he knew how to fight, a lot of people are fucking him up. But as you read, one of his disabilities or his weaknesses is his ionic power can be disrupted.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes him not as tough as everybody else. He's you
What
know you know
disrupts it?
the best way to put it.
Other ionic waves or some
Yeah,
kind
you
of
just
Oh,
yeah something
energy.
something to disrupt the ionic flow of shit. This is the best way I can put him. He's like Martian Manhunter.
He's just as strong as Superman, but he has the fear of
Yeah,
fire. So
he Martian Manhunter can kill the fuck out of anybody, but you light a match and this motherfucker's gone. So he's in that vein where like he should be able to beat the shit out of most people, but that one weakness and his overall real lack of actual combat skill
yeah,
makes him not as big of a fucking threat.
he's like a Pokemon. You bring him out to certain situations. Don't bring him out when there's
Yeah.
fire. You gonna get fucked up.
No, that's true. That's how they've used him in the past. Is all right. We you guys are sports people. We need a heavy hitter right now. Bring out John Carlos Stanton. but you're not gonna run
Yep.
him every day when you got Judge.
Word. You're not gonna put him on base to run. We need him to get a hit.
Okay.
I feel you.
Yeah, I get it. All right.
He could. He's not an everyday fighter, but if you pick him for the right situation, he'll beat your ass.
Yeah,
Word.
but again, his with
Don't
his
put him in the Avengers though.
should be he might he might actually be able to stand toe to toe with the Hulk for a little bit.
He'll hold it down. But get ready to bring somebody else in the game. He's gonna get fucked up later.
Shit.
So right here, Wonder Man possesses the strength that can rival Thor, Hulk, and Century.
Damn.
So he rivals
I
the
feel a
strength of
butt
Thor, Hulk,
coming.
and okay, but
But again,
Yeah, I feel a butt.
with the
but he
fact that you can disrupt it, and the fact that he again has not been like he wasn't trained by Taskmaster or Cap or Shang Chi or anybody. Like just because you have that strength doesn't mean anything.
Like being the best home run hitter, but you can't hit curveballs. We're
Yeah,
just gonna throw curves at you.
well,
yeah.
like Judge, we're just gonna walk your ass.
Word. Get rid of him.
But I'm definitely curious to see how they pulled this show together.
I am too, especially with slattering. Do you think there's gonna be more about him than Wonder Man, or is he gonna make
What
a?
would be the fucking point of that?
I don't know. Or is he? You think he's just gonna make a fucking?
I think he's gonna be the comic relief to Wonder Man being the straight man.
I mean, you think he's gonna be in it for a long time, or you think he's just gonna be like the cameo?
I think all told, I think maybe the first two episodes. Then he disappears, and then he might come back for like the end.
Okay.
Because I think the trailer we got is more than likely what happens in the first two episodes.
How you liking the casting?
Well, I mean, I think this dude is a great actor. So I mean, my my hang up with the show is not on the actors or their ability to be great in this. I'm just questioning the overall decision and the creative decision to go in this direction.
Why, Mr. Fanta? I get it. So many other stories we could have did that are great. You're gonna start with this guy,
Yeah, it's just
even though he seems interesting.
there's a there's a lot of good ideas that sound great that shouldn't be done. Like dumping
Wolverine
an
and
entire
Deadpool.
bag of Chips Ahoy into a bowl and adding milk
Yeah,
sounds fucking great.
but it
Should
shouldn't.
it be done? No.
Nope. But we still going to.
Should it be done with an effeminate man as a Spanish man fucking tries to talk him off the ledge? Nope. You know what I'm
Get a
saying?
fucking bow.
Nope.
Shit.
When does
I
this
mean,
come out, guys?
January 27th.
January.
It was
All
supposed
right.
to be in December, but I guess fuck us.
No, but they moved it
Might
up a week. Fucking
might be smart. Keep it away from the holidays and all that bullshit.
They're also. I think that what they're doing is keeping it away from Stranger Things. Stranger Things is coming out in 3 parts. So it's coming out in November, December, and January.
Yo, I watched the first 3 episodes of season 1 and literally forgot I was watching it, never went back, and now I'm like, it's already fucking too late. I'm not watching all this shit right now.
I'm gonna have to. I like catching up. I'm gonna forget everything. Well, I did forget everything. I gotta
I
I
mean,
gotta
it's been
recatch up.
what 12 years since the last fucking season. So,
Yo, but truth be told, you and Show would forget everything if the season ended yesterday and started tomorrow.
bro, I watched Entourage and I was like, I remember all this.
The one show. All right, what happened in Game of Thrones?
They killed him.
That's me. Game. I was gonna name that. It was a Game of Thrones, bro. When
In
the
my
dragon
defense,
thing
I
came out,
didn't
I
know.
needed to watch everything.
Word. In my defense, Game of Thrones, I never knew their names, and I hardly knew what the fuck was going on to begin with.
I'm
You
honestly
know,
surprised
Khaleesi.
that you watched that whole show.
It's a great show.
I watched. Well, one,
Really? Why would you be surprised?
I watched it for Khaleesi and Peter Dinklage's character. For some reason, I felt like he was the smartest one out of all of them. And just when shit happened, shit happened. But don't get
Shit
me wrong,
happened.
I'm not watching that shit again. I watched the dragon shit and I was like, at least it's dragons. But I'm in no rush.
It
Yo,
was dragons in the regular one.
show.
No, but
I
like this
watched.
one is actually like you see the dragons are like not mainstream, but they're born already. The house has the biggest dragon in the history of dragons and all other shit in there.
Yo, show. I watched exactly 2 episodes of Game of Thrones. The Red Wedding, because I watched it at my aunt's
Mm-hmm.
house,
That one was a whole shit.
and the
That was
the final
nice.
battle, which was probably just
Uh,
as dark as you are right now in the screen.
yeah. Now you remember that shit in Game of Thrones when they aired that shit so dark. And you know what the funny thing was, Cap? I watched it dark, and they
We
said,
both
"Yo,
did.
no," but they released it again lighter. I never went back and watched it again. I was like, "Fuck that, not watching it again."
Yo, I remember we had just come home from, I think it was Endgame,
Yeah,
and you were like, "Yo, you gotta watch this, Vic. It's the final battle. It's the end game of the fucking series." Sat down and was squinting my ass off trying to figure out what the fuck's happening on the screen.
word. That's not a flashlight show. This is a fucking
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Timu, $4. Just step your game up.
100 lumens. 1 million lumens.
20,000 million.
How the fuck do you know that, but you don't know anything else?
Oh, Joe knows about flashlights. There's one thing
Yeah.
Joe knows about is flashlights. Because it sheds light.
Flashlights. Word.
It sheds light on a lot of situations.
See how black I am. I need to know.
Shit. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we ended on the black man. It's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.